Hi everyone, how are you doing today? Happy Sunday. I hope you all are doing well. Right. Let's talk about our health. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things, all the bad things about our health. Let's talk about, yes, let's talk about our health and well-being. My name is Joy Chinwe Agugo. Your Joy. I am an author, a show host, and a health advocate. Today, we are going to discuss about high blood pressure. I have someone by my side. She will walk us through, telling us what high blood pressure is, risk factors, and preventive measures. Do you know that high blood pressure is a silent killer? It is. Please listen to Desiree, my daughter, a medical student. She will tell us more about high blood pressure. Desiree, what actually is high blood pressure?
So the medical term for high blood pressure is hypertension.
Right, hypertension. Okay.
And a lot of the times when you go to the doctors, you may hear this word a lot. So by hypertension, they mean that you have a constant level of arterial blood pressure that's 140 to 90.
Okay, so 140 is the systolic,
Yeah,
and the 90 is the
diastolic.
diastolic. Right,
Yes.
okay.
So we see that this is constantly high.
All right.
So the normal blood pressure is meant to be 120 to 80.
Okay.
And basically, when we're talking about high blood pressure, we have non-modifiable factors and modifiable factors. So by non-modifiable factors, we mean factors that you yourself can't change.
All right.
So by this, we mean your gender, we mean your age, we mean your race, we mean your genetics. So these are what we call non-modifiable factors. So by gender, we see that males at younger age are more prone to high blood pressure compared to females.
Okay.
However, females at an older age do tend to have an increase in high blood pressure.
Okay, maybe during their menopause.
Yes, during their menopause.
Oh, okay. Because at that time there is a lot of stress. They can't sleep. All right.
And it also has to do with the estrogen.
Oh my goodness. Right, women. Continue.
And another important thing that we need to take into account is age.
Okay.
So as older as you get, we do tend to see that there's an increase in the rates of high blood pressure. So this is normally due to, for example, like your organs are becoming older as well. So what's going to happen is you're going to have high blood pressure.
Okay. Do we actually know the age? From the age, maybe 40 and above?
Yeah, I would say 50 as well. You consider going to the doctors to check regularly your pressure.
Oh, okay.
Your blood pressure, yeah. And also another important thing would be race and genetics, which I would put together, because what we tend to see is that in communities, in African and Asian communities, there is a proportion of higher high blood pressure, hypertension.
Okay.
So we do tend to see that they're more prone to having hypertension compared to the white community, and we need to take that into account because there is a gene that we need to take into account, and this gene is the ACE gene. The ACE means angiotensin converting enzyme, ACE. And basically what we do tend to see is that there's a variant of this gene present in people in the African and Asian community, which causes them to be salt sensitive. So by that we mean that whenever they intake salt, then that means that they're more prone to having a higher high blood pressure. And that we see that our foods a lot of the time contain a lot of salt. We do tend to cook with spices, and the type of foods that we cook do tend to have a lot of salt. Therefore, that causes us to be more prone to a lot of salt in our diet, and that therefore will cause us to have a high blood pressure.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And these individuals, we refer them as salt sensitive.
Salt sensitive.
Yes.
Cool. Right. What are the risk factors then?
So the modifiable risk factors that we have, factors that we can change. For example, for people that are salt sensitive or people in general, they should try to eat food with less salt. It's very important.
Eat less salt. Right, okay.
This is very important. So a lot of times we do tend to put too much salt. For example, if we're using Maggi cube and salt at the same time, how about just cutting out on the Maggi cube and just using the salt in order to reduce the amount of salt that you're using inside your food?
Okay. Oh, wow.
And another important thing would be smoking.
Smoking.
So we do tend to see that individuals that smoke are more prone to having hypertension, and it has a lot to do with the build-up of plaque of your vessels and the constricting of the vessels, therefore less blood will flow through. So I would suggest cutting down on the smoke.
Smoking is not good, actually. It's not good. And in Africa, a lot of young people smoke. I don't know if it is, one of the things that is affecting the rate young people are having high blood pressure in Africa.